Okay, so lesson number 6, we're talking about increasing NEAT. So what does NEAT mean? NEAT basically means non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically it's any calories burned that's not from planned exercise. Alright, so if we look at these different activities here, everything from resting, doing absolutely nothing, sitting motionless, anything up to walking about 3 miles per hour, you can see there's the difference in calories burned per hour. So if you're resting, 77, up to walking 3 miles per hour, 304 calories. Now, if you're able-bodied, then clearly walking probably isn't that much of a big struggle to anyone. So it can be easy to burn extra calories through increasing your NEAT. All right, so more activity equals higher NEAT, and the higher your NEAT equals more calories burned, and more calories needed to actually maintain your weight. So it's possible for you to eat more calories because you're actually doing more activity. So calorie deficit without having to massively lower your calorie intake because you've just increased your calorie output, if that makes sense. So there's 3 things to consider here. All right, so if, let's say, the dotted line here, we're looking at 2,000 calories per day as your daily requirement, but we're eating those calories, you are therefore in a calorie maintenance. Okay, so option 2, we're looking at decreasing your calories by increasing your output, which will create a slight deficit by 500 per day, which, as you know from the calories lesson, will create a deficit of around 3,500, which is around 1 pound of body weight. Second way we can do this is to increase your output, so your calories stay the same, your calorie intake stays the same, but your calorie output increases, again creating a bit of a calorie deficit of around 3,500 per week, again, which should result in you losing roughly 1 pound per week, because it's 3,500 for the week. So what we like to do is a combination of both. So you would decrease your calories slightly, but you would also increase your output. Again, hopefully then creating a deficit of around 500 per day, and the main goal being the 3,500 for the week, so that you can steadily lose weight and achieve your goals. So the thing to understand is that upping your NEAT sometimes takes extra effort, conscious effort. So people are active every day, and it's like a lot of people have Fitbits, and most people these days have phones anyway. You can have an app on your phone which will tell you how many steps that you're doing in a day. I personally recommend having a Fitbit. I personally prefer the Fitbit over the Apple Watch, but if you can check your steps, the main thing is just to see where you're at, and then you can analyze the data, and we can look to potentially increase slowly over time, because it takes very little effort other than conscious effort to make sure that you're getting up and you're moving about, to try and increase that extra calorie burn. All right, so this is why increasing your daily step count is always highly recommended. So again, like I say, wherever you're at, start by tracking. Let's see where you're at, and then we can gradually increase that if we need to. Doesn't need to be by much, same as dropping your calories doesn't need to be that much to begin with. We're all about the flexibility, we're all about the sustainability and adherence more than anything. Okay, if you can't stick to it or you're not enjoying it, then chances are you're probably going to fall off the wagon and you're not going to enjoy it, and you're ultimately not going to end up doing it. So the more we can expend through NEAT just by moving about, then the more food we can eat, which is generally a good thing, because that's good for adherence. It basically means you can eat more food while you're while you're exercising, and you'll still be able to achieve your goals. So any of these options, you know, like walking to work, parking further away, walking on your breaks, walking in meetings, active weekends, getting up and about, you know, all of these things will help to increase your NEAT. Okay,